WHAS 11 Weather Impact Forecast is sponsored by Tom Sondergeld Plumbing and West Shore Home.
And some more photos here of the damage from the severe weather lasting into the early morning hours. This shows a tree down in Monroe County, Indiana at the entrance of Mason Ridge Campground. And in these pictures, this is Florence, Kentucky on Mall Road. You know that area, a barn roof there damaged by those strong winds. Wow.
These storms were relentless. They wouldn't leave. It seemed at one point we got a break. Mallory, you were here for hours with John Gordon. You were on the air live and streaming on WHAS 11 Plus as we were watching the storm sort of ebb and flow. And then all of a sudden, describe what happened when those tornado sirens went off at about 4:30 a.m., almost 5.
Yeah, so we had the push of the severe thunderstorms that rolled through the Louisville metro area. National Weather Service saw a very quick couplet. So if that storm tried to wrap up, it was brief and then it weakened. So that's why that tornado warning that set off the sirens, set off the alerts on your phone in Jefferson County was only in place for about 15 minutes or so. But still, the rest of us dealt with 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Where we do have a preliminary EF1 tornado, though, is up from Scott to Jefferson counties in Indiana. And this is where we were tracking that couplet, very tight couplet on radar overnight and into early this morning. What's called a radar-confirmed tornado on it. Peak winds of at least 110 miles per hour. But they're going to do more survey damage up there tomorrow and figure out the exact path length, path width. They might go over to Carroll County as well. So a lot to look at from the storms last night. Now, something I want to point out, the National Weather Service also just mentioned, it does look like SDF broke the daily rainfall record for today's date, June 18th, with more than 3 inches of rainfall since midnight. And the previous daily record was just a little over 2 inches of rain. So we had some torrential downpours overnight and into this morning. Very impressive rainfall rates, and that led to all of the flash flood warnings that we had issued overnight and into early this morning. In fact, we still have a few flash floods in place to the south of the parkways. So severe weather outlook for today. We're keeping the weather impact alert, though we haven't had any severe thunderstorm warnings today, which is great news. You're noticing our southernmost counties under a level 2 out of 5. That would be for gusty winds rather than a tornado threat. But really, we've been more concerned about the flooding threat. That's because we've had showers and storms training over the same areas along and south of the parkways as the boundary we've been tracking is kind of stalled out there. So in terms of what the radar looks like right now, we do have a flash flood warning still in effect until 5:30 Eastern time. So just for the next few minutes here for Marion and southern Washington counties. Big picture view, showers and storms continue, although they've kind of been pushing more so down into south central Kentucky and over into eastern Kentucky this afternoon. A spotty downpour is rolling through Jeffersonville, right along the river here in Louisville over to Prospect as well. So don't be surprised if you're out this evening and you do get a spotty shower or spotty storm, because we'll be tracking those for the next couple of hours. Dew points, those really ramped up overnight, and that also aided in the rainfall rates that we had. In terms of temperatures, we've been staying primarily in the 60s and 70s today due to the cloud cover and due to the rain around. So as I mentioned, we'll be tracking some scattered activity, especially for our southernmost counties over the next few hours. Otherwise, we dry out overnight. Lows cool into the upper 50s to lower 60s, and then high temperatures tomorrow will be very comfortable, lower 80s with lower humidity on the way. So enjoy Friday and Saturday. Those will be drier days for us. For Father's Day, we are tracking storm chances returning by the afternoon, evening, and overnight. Right now, not looking at any kind of major severe weather threats, but of course, we'll keep an eye on it. Still could bring us some heavy rainfall. So that's what I'll be watching for the second half of Sunday into the day on Monday. That's going to cool us back off into the upper 70s Monday, and then we're mostly dry Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week with highs in the low 80s. A reminder, on a night like last night, if you ever want to keep an eye on the radar, you can stream it 24/7 on the WHAS 11 Plus app on your smart TV.